What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Rob's Arsenal recap. And we had a good performance against Inter. We played well, especially second half. We played very good in terms of our shot, in terms of what we tried to impose. We done well, but there's lots of things that we didn't do right, and we're going to get into some of them today. Now I'm going to start off with right here. I'm going to start off here, the momentum. So as you can see, Inter scored just before halftime, right? Just before halftime, literally on extra time, substitution time, these guys scored. So apart from this, what's this? Like the first, I would say the first 15 minutes, I would say, that's when Inter was dominant. After that, it's totally Arsenal. Throughout the whole match, throughout the rest of the first half and the second half is fully Arsenal. So that's the first thing you notice, that Arsenal dominated this match. Even though Inter was at home, Arsenal dominated this match. 7 rating, and Trossard got a 7.2. And what's very interesting is that Declan Rice isn't in the team, and we see Mikel Merino partnering Thomas Partey alone for the first time in midfield. And they didn't do bad. They didn't do too bad, to be honest. However, we had a lot of chances and we didn't score. That's the main thing. That's the thing I want to talk about. Now, just to take a look at the individual performance, we see that David Raya got a 6.5 rating. In the back four, Timber got a 7.1 and William Saliba got a 7.1, and Gabriel and Benjamin White got lower than 7 rating. Thomas Partey got a 7 rating, and Gabriel Martinelli got a 7.9, which is basically the man of the match according to Sofa Sports. Gabriel Martinelli is the man of the match. Kai Havertz, just having a quick look at the position as well, the player's position, average position. I haven't seen a setup like this this season. So this setup is very strange. It's very different. Now you can see Kai Havertz is dropping deeper than Martinelli on the left, and Trossard is deeper than Saka on the right. Now this could be a game plan from Arteta. And by the way we've been in dominating possession, it looks like it was working, but it's the finishing chance we didn't get on pat. We didn't score the goals that we needed. And as you can see, on the halfway line, you see Timber there. You see Timber there. You see Moreno. You see Thomas Partey, right? So and Benjamin White. They're on the halfway line, and Gabriel and Saliba at the back. So this one is kind of a bit different compared to how we've been playing a few matches ago. So the fact that Saka sometimes is a lot more in defensive areas, but in this match it was in a lot more of average. He's in the highest person on the pitch, just barely above Martinelli, but you can see that Arteta wanted to do wing play, so it was using Havertz and Trossard to be the assist for the wing play for Saka and Martinelli to go in, right? This was what the average position is showing, that the back line, so this is basically a back, what I would say a back 6 of Thomas Partey, Timber, Moreno, White, Saliba and Gabriel. These were basically the top back 6, and everyone else was attacking. Barring the keeper, everyone else was attacking, and as I said, that they're trying to create from the middle. And we know that Kai Havertz is going to drift to the right with Saka, and Saka is going to drift in, and Trossard and vice versa. They're going to all float most of the times. They're going to float all over, because Kai isn't a recognized number 9, like a number 9 that stays in position. Kai drifts back, he drifts left, he drifts right, he drifts all over, and I like that because he's not conventional. He's not a conventional number 9 that stays in one place. And what he adds to the team by doing that, it's more beneficial for him doing that than just sticking to the one position. The type of player he is with his quality. If he had a quality like Gyökeres, I would say by all means he needs to be in the box at all times. He needs to be that guy on the edge, the shoulder of the defender, because that's what we need him, a clinical finisher. And that's what we were lacking in this match, a clinical finisher. We didn't have anyone that could stay from outside the box and have a curler in the top bins. We didn't have anyone that as soon as you're inside the box, you know it's a goal, that clinical. With Haaland, as soon as he gets the ball in the box, you could bet that he's going to score. Now, yes, he might miss 1 in 10 chances, but 9 out of 10 he's going to score that goal, and we don't have a striker like that. Once again, I'm not saying that I'm criticizing Kai Havertz, because I love Kai Havertz. I want Kai Havertz, and I want it to be a competition between Kai Havertz and the next striker we get. And I'm seeing another report, and I'm seeing this report that Benjamin Sesko has second thoughts about joining Arsenal last summer because of concern that he will be back up to Kai Havertz. His release clause is 55 million. Gunners are still monitoring him ahead of a potential move, and that's by Sammy Matt Bell. Now, Sammy Matt Bell is a very credible source, very credible. And whatever this guy says, most of the times I believe him because he's very credible. And if he says that this is a potential reason why we didn't get Sesko, I'm in two minds because I love Kai. But then we need a clinical finisher, so I don't want Kai to be in the team hindering players from coming in. It's down to Mikel Arteta now, because I've read in an interview, Declan Rice says that they ask him if why we would feel we're getting a new striker. He was like, listen, we already got our striker. That's Kai. And I love the confidence they show in Kai. But we still need another striker. We still need... And any Arsenal player thinking that we don't need anyone else because we got Kai, they're very delusional. Any Arsenal fan thinking we don't need another striker because we got Kai, very delusional. Any Arsenal fan think we don't need Kai, we need another striker and get rid of Kai, also delusional. Because Kai has been our best player in most of the matches this season, especially when Saka is injured and Odegaard is injured. In attacking side of the game, and also in overall, Kai has been one of our best players for the last 2 seasons. After New Year's, in the January of last season, coming down to this season, present time this season, Kai has been one of our best players, non-stop, every single match, giving 10 out of 10 performances, 10 out of 10 effort. Some of the performances are not 100%, but they've never been less than 9 in my eyes. Kai Havertz's performances have never been less than 9. So I want to see Gyökeres come. However, I need the club to act on this. I need the club to act on Gyökeres. And I spoke to Mark the other day, and Mark was saying that, listen, he loves Isak, but Isak is injury prone, and I get that. I totally get that. And yes, I've seen Isak injured this season. I don't know. I'm not following Newcastle that much to know if Isak missed 1 or 2 games, but I doubt it. So Isak, for me, is a good player, but we need a clinical finisher. Is Isak the clinical finisher we need? Now, yes, he can finish clinically when he's in the position, but we need someone that only have eyes for goal. He don't care about the build-up. He don't care about nothing else. Just get him the goal and he bags it. We need a striker like that. And I think that Gyökeres will be a lot cheaper. Gyökeres and Sesko, look, because Sesko's got 55 million release costs, so they'll be cheaper compared to Isak's 100 million release costs. But I will take any one of these strikers because I know that finishing, they're better than Kai Havertz by a mile, by a country mile. They're better than Kai Havertz, and we need a clinical finish in our team. Now, this is why I say we need a clinical finish in our team. Look, we've got our expected ball possession, we have 63 compared to this 37. Dominated the match with the ball. Expected goals, we have 1.8 xg compared to their 1.919. Our xg is 1.8. Big chances we created 3. Big chances they created 1. Total shots, we had 20 shots. According to these stats, we had 20 shots on goal. We had 20 shots on goal, and in comparison, our XG is 1.85 and 20 shots on goal. That's poor. Look at their XG, 1.8, and they only had 7 shots on goal. 1.19, and they only have 7 shots. That's a good return for them. But that's poor considering they're playing at home. But that could have been in their game plan. That could have been just their game plan. And we had 20 shots with a 1.8 XG. That's poor. That's really bad. And when you take a look at corners, we had 13 corners and they haven't scored any. So I think teams are starting to figure out our corner system, because we didn't have a sniff against Newcastle. Yes, I know they've got a lot of 2 players in their team, but we still didn't have a sniff. I think there's one chance where William Saliba headed the ball down and Moreno hit on a volley, and it was blocked by 2 players. That's the only time I remember we created a chance from a corner. We were good in passes, 500 passes. We were good in these things. Tackles, we were not the best. They were better than us in tackling. So out of 20 shots, we had 4 on target. They have 1, but we had 4. 4 in 20 shots and having 4 on target. That's bad. That's very bad. So this is what I'm saying. We need a striker. And I see when Eric came on straight away looking for goal, and I love that. I love the confidence this guy has, man. Arteta needs to give this guy more game time, because if he gets more game time, I think he will develop more. He will develop quicker. I know Arteta has his plan for him, but this next part of the plan is that when you give people more game time, they will develop quicker. And I think Arteta forgets that side of the game. So 6 shots off target, 10 shots that was blocked, 16 shots inside the box. 16 shots inside the box. Not 1 scoring. 16 and not 1 scoring. That's bad, man. So this is what I'm saying, that more than anything, I think Arteta understands now we need a clinical finisher. Now, yes, we could, just like what I show you the average position is of the players, we could set up a thing whereas Saka and Martinelli could be our finishers. Like, I think that's what happened last season and the season before. These guys had the most goals in the team. We still need a clinical finisher, but for now, Arteta could set up the team whereas Kai Havertz drift in the middle drifting in attacking mid positions with Trossard or Odegaard when he comes back, because Odegaard is a better quality player than Trossard is, especially in that position. And these guys sit back and allow Gabriel Martinelli and Saka to attack down the wing, and they be the assist kings. These two drift in midfield and be the assist kings. A bit to like what Liverpool and done with Salah, Mane, and sometimes Firmino, and it was going very well. It was going very well at Liverpool until Mane left. They're coming down the wings and scoring goals from the wings. So there's different type of style of play. We could do that because those are the type of play we have. So it might as well Arteta just use it to our strength, use it to our advantage. How the type of players we have in the team, and it still will provide lots of goals. Now, having a look at individual players, we see that Gabriel Martinelli had a superb match in terms of on both sides of the fence, whereas on the opposition side and for the Arsenal, so on both teams, Martinelli was the best player, and his passing, he had 28 passes, 24 of them was accurate. He had 2 tackles, it was in 10 duels and 1-6. It was 8 ground 5. It was in 10 duels and 1-6. So Gabriel Martinelli looks to have the best stats on the night, and that's why SofaScores gave him the man of the match. But then you see 5 Inter Milan players, right? 5. So the first one is a defender, the second one is a keeper, then 2 midfielders, and then another defender. So they have 2 midfielders and 2 defenders along with their keeper, better than all of our other players apart from Martinelli. And that says something. The game was controlled in midfield. Yes, I know that we had more possession than they did, but the possession that they did have, they were better than us. Their midfielders looks like they're very aggressive. Well, Dumfries, I believe, should get man of the match for them, because Dumfries was one of the best players on the pitch. And when you take a look on the duels, Dumfries was in the duels. He was in 17 duels and he won 9 of them. So Dumfries was playing very, very good. Very good, especially in duels. And this was what set them apart from us, I believe. Because look, our Partey, so look at this now. Thomas Partey was in the most duel for us. Thomas Partey and Saka. Saka lost most of the duels that he was in. Literally 2 duels Saka won. And this is not like Saka. So defensively, these guys were very good. We have to give them that. They blocked 10 of our shots. Defensively, they were putting their bodies on the line. So I don't want to go hard in at the team, because they play, Inter Milan defended very well, and we know that Italian teams, they always set up good defensively all the time. So Thomas Partey was the best player in terms of our duel. It was in the most duels, and he won a lot of them. He didn't win most of the duels that he was in, but he won a lot of them. Now when it comes down to passing as well, Thomas Partey had a good match in terms of midfield. We know that Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba, they're going to have more passes, because most of the times we build up our attacks from the back. So sometimes Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba just passing to each other, not really going anywhere, but just trying to create spaces in the attacking side of the opposition, so they can ping the ball into somebody or get the ball, break the lines. So sometimes they'll be passing to each other, and that builds up the passing count. But Thomas Partey is right behind them with 63 passes. And then when you take a look for them, the highest passes is Kolonoglu. Kolonoglu got 43 passes. Thomas Partey had 20 passes more than Kolonoglu. So this shows you that passing side we were very good. Possession side we were very good. Attacking side we were very good. It's just the finishing. That let us down. Yes, we were lacking some form of creativity, I would say, in certain instances. Even the plays that we could have done better. I believe that the quality of the players, they could have done much better in some of the instances. So after seeing that performance, I believe that Arsenal were not that far off. We're not, honestly. And Arteta said that's one of our best games. I tend to agree with Arteta in a while now. That's one of our best games in a while, because for the past few matches we look like we're tired. It looks like we didn't get enough sleep. The players look like they didn't get enough rest, so they look tired, they look weary. Sometimes they're running. It looks like a shock, a nightmare. But actually for this match, they look like they showed up. Partially they showed up, but once again we couldn't cross the finishing line, and that's what's going to dictate how we finish the season. Can we get the mental strength to always cross the finishing line, or even most of the times cross the finishing line? Because we didn't cross the finishing line against Newcastle, we didn't cross the finishing line against Liverpool. Yes, I understand the Southampton one was a bogey, We didn't cross the finishing line against Inter tonight. So it's more often than not, we're not crossing the finishing line. And that's what's going to let us down at the end of the season. When the season finishes and we look back, we're going to remember these moments. Having 20 shots and Inter only having 7. We're more than triple. We're almost by 1 goal, triple Inter Milan shots on goal. But that's the video anyways, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Help me on my journey to 10,000 subs. Goodbye.